NFL free agency day one is pretty much in the books. I mean, moves are still going to be made, but the Titans were extremely aggressive. Like 7 to 8 signings on the day. We're going to break them all down here on Titans Today. But first, grade the free agent moves if you know them already, because we got Wan'Dale Robinson, John Franklin Myers, all the signings, which we're going to give grades for. But I want to hear from you guys right now. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know down in the comments section. Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And on today's show, we're breaking down every single move that the Titans have made with all the signings that have gone so far. Before we get into it, I just want to say, hit that sub button where we're going to be recapping every single day for the Titans, breaking down every single one of the signings. Let's go to the first one, and it's the one that everybody saw coming. It actually took longer than I expected, but it is Wan'Dale Robinson, and he is signing for 4 years, $78 million. The man got paid. $38 million guaranteed. This was kind of a crazy contract. I mean, you kind of saw this coming going. He's from Kentucky, played football at the University of Kentucky. Shout out to him. I was a big fan of him when he was in college. And also, I mean, reuniting with Brian Daboll. He's only 25 years old. He's coming off the best year of his career, but it is the contract where everybody's like, ooh, do we really want to give him that much money? And you look at the stats. I mean, 92 receptions in 25, 93 in 24. He got that number up to 11 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns, 3 drops. But I know it was the writing on the wall and the worst-kept secret that he was going to be a Tennessee Titans, but I'd say it's a little bit of an overpay. I mean, for the Titans, it's kind of, you have to overpay on every single player. And you'll see from the contracts that were given out today, all of them are an overpay. But overall, I'd give this one a B-. You get a weapon for Cam Ward. You get him your slot wide receiver. So on the outside, you still have Chimere DK and Alontae Taylor. And now you get that person in the slot. A perfect guy. It's starting to get a little bit veteran leadership here for Wan'Dale Robinson. Sticking with the Titans and sticking with the offense, we're going with the tight end position, and it's Daniel Bellinger. You're going to notice a trend throughout this entire video of who the Titans have signed in free agency. And Bellinger, he's only 25 years old, 6'6", 3 years, $24 million. Another one where I'm like, this is an absolute overpay. Because if you look at his stats, I mean, you're paying him $8 million for 19 catches a season, 15 yards per catch, and only 2 touchdowns. He hasn't had a touchdown in 24 or 23, and he's still playing all these games, but you're paying $8 million for Daniel Bellinger, and if you equivocate that to, that's $100+ million over the course of 3 to 4 years for Wan'Dale Robinson and Daniel Bellinger. This is your replacement for Chigakonkwo. I think that Gunnar Helm is going to be the starting tight end for the Titans going forward. So he's making on his rookie contract, and then you just went out and overpaid for Bellinger. I'm going to give this one a C. I think they could have done much better. Like, look, the Titans, they signed him for $8 million. Isaiah Likely, who is a much better tight end, went to the Giants, and he's getting $13.3 million, and he has a much better production than Bellinger. And for the third guy, guess what? Oh, another New York Giant, Cor'Dale Flott. The Titans are signing not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 New York Giants, as they've also signed, which we didn't get it for you guys, Austin Schlottman, the center, which we'll get into probably on tomorrow's video. But Cor'Dale Flott, 24 years old, coming out of LSU, 3 years, $45 million contract. And look, it's nothing like crazy. A really good year for him, probably the best of his career. Only allowed 440 yards, 53% completion percentage, let up 1 touchdown, 11 pass breakups, and 1 interception, and a QB rating when targeted, 72.8. I'll just ask this question. How many former Giants can you get? Like, this is the big one where I'm just like, you signed Wan'Dale, you signed Bellinger, you signed Flott. Those are all players that were on the Giants last season. The Giants were one of the worst teams in football. And you looked at that and said, ooh, I like what they did. Let's bring them over to Tennessee because they'll make something different. It's just kind of confusing on my end. I do like the signing, though, for It's a little bit overpriced, but B minus. It's just a lot of Giants. I don't know if that's going to be that great. I don't know. This might backfire, or it might be very good. You're getting a good quarterback with Cam Ward. I don't like the Daniel Bellinger signing whatsoever. I will just say that. I'll ask you guys, are you good with the Titans signing so many New York Giants? Because you have on this side, you have a lot of New York Giants, and on the back side, you're getting all of Robert Saleh's former players with the Jets and the Niners, which you guys will see in a second. But let me know down in the comment section. Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no if you're good with all the Giants being signed. And I will tell you guys this. What is today? The 9th? Today is the 9th. In 3 days, the Titans announce their rebrand. They're going to be getting new jerseys. But if you want to get your jersey on sale right now, it is more than just 20% off. You can get your Cam Ward jerseys on sale. And there's still going to be a ton at Nissan Stadium that you're going to see of the old style. So get it before it goes away. Chatsports.com/Titans jerseys. Because once it goes to the new one, well, he's going to be gone. Those are going to be gone. And you're not going to have the opportunity. So go down, chatsports.com/Titans jersey. On the back half, we got 3 more signings for you. John Franklin Myers, and he is coming over from Denver, and I think that this is going to be a very, very, very good signing for the Titans. People are going to call it an overpay. $63 million, $42 million guaranteed. He's 29 years old, but he is coming off an amazing season with Denver. You had Nick Bonitto on one side, and you had John Franklin Myers on the opposite side, 6'4", 288, and you could see from the stats that, yeah, he gets your sacks, 7.5, 7 sacks. He can also play on the inside, too. 15 QB hits in 2025, 18 in 2024. This was another one that was writing on the wall for the Tennessee Titans. I'm giving this one an A. And it's also, he gets reunited back with his former head coach in Robert Saleh because he was with the Jets back in the day. So you see the trend that is starting to get here a little bit for the Titans. They're getting all their relatable guys. Robert Saleh is getting his guys. Brian Daboll is getting his. Here's one that's not with Saleh or with Brian Daboll, and that is Alontae Taylor, the cornerback that comes over from the Saints. And I'll say, I was talking to the Rams and Chiefs host here at Chat Sports, and he wanted his teams to sign Alontae Taylor, and he was saying that he was probably going to get $45 million. Well, you see right there, 3 years, $60 million. That is $20 million a year for Alontae Taylor. And you saw Cor'Dale Flott's stats and how he's making less money. Well, Alontae Taylor, better completion percentage, but the QB rating, not so good. 8 touchdowns, 11 PBUs, 2 interceptions, allowed 597 yards. That's $20 million for you? I don't know about that one. I do not know about that one. Sure, you needed to upgrade this cornerback room because you had absolutely no one, but you are overpaying, and you are giving a lot of money for a guy like that. So I'm going to give a C+ on that side. And then the last one, I'm not going to show you his stats because there's no need to. He's not going to be playing. He's not going to be the starter. But it's always nice to have a backup quarterback and a good backup quarterback, going from Brandon Allen, going from Trevor Siemian. You're going from that to Mitchell Trubisky, who's coming over from his time in Buffalo. And he was the perfect backup for Josh Allen. So I think he'd be a perfect backup for Cam Ward. He's 31 years old now. He's been in the league for a long time. He has been a journeyman backup, and he is solid. He is one person that's going to come in and be a relief player for you. I'm giving this one an A, even though it's not going to really make an impact, but he is going to push Cam Ward and get Cam Ward a lot better. I can guarantee that. A lot of signings for today. Like I said, we also had Cordell Volson and Austin Schlottman. You got a guard and a center on the offensive line for some depth. They were big spenders in the first day of free agency, but overpaying for a lot of players. And I'll say, you kind of have to overpay if you want someone to go to a bad team, because the Titans were one of the worst teams in football the last 2 years. So you kind of had to overpay to get them to come. But that's the first step in the rebuild. I like what Mike Borgonzi is doing. I think it is on the right path. I like what Robert Saleh is doing. I think it's also on the right path. And this is going to probably get this team to be a lot better in 2026. I don't know if it's going to be playoff, but you're on the right track to at least being 10 times better than you were in 2025. Are you ready for day 2 of NFL free agency? They were hot today. I don't know if you're going to get a lot of signings tomorrow or even on the next day, 7 to 8 signings. That is a ton. So we'll see. If you're ready for it, go type your me down in the comments section. And also, go hit that sub button. We got you covered all throughout free agency week, what the Titans are doing, and, of course, analyzing every single free agent. So go ahead, hit that sub button, and as always, tighten up.